Well, good evening. Sounded like some fireworks over on Treasure Island to start us off. Hi, Dan. Hi, Alyssa and Ginger. Chloe and JB, I guess you're there too. Yes. How's everyone doing tonight? Beautiful night here. Cormierville, a few clouds. Very light wind from the south, almost no wind. And the temperature is around 73, I think, Fahrenheit. So 22, around 22 Celsius. I see we have a biggie there in the middle of the sheet. Same temperature there, Alyssa? It was a pretty warm day here. Wasn't much wind all day, and the humidex reached 100 today again in Moncton. It might have been a little less than that here, but pretty uncomfortable. Nice in Colorado Springs, 67. Wow, only 78 in Bangor. That's amazing. It was like 88 here, and with the humidity, I think it reached 100. 82 in Smyrna. How about Clovis there, Dan? You better move in on this sphinx moth in the middle, because I think it's a new species for the stream. I'm not sure we've had this one before. Oh, sorry. Don't have my ring light turned on. There we go. This is called the northern apple sphinx. Northern apple sphinx moth. Wow, what was that one? That was a nice one, just flew through there. Don't know what it was. Hi, Ryan. Welcome aboard. This is our first moth of the night, northern apple sphinx. And it says 100 plus or minus. I think I just heard on the news a few minutes ago that Phoenix was over 110 today for like the 10th. No, it's been over 110 in Phoenix every day since late June. That was it. Woo! This beautiful primrose cochillid. Oh, it flew away. Darn. I don't know if you remember that one. We've seen it before, I think quite a while ago. It's a little tiny micro moth that's pink and yellow. Primrose cochillid. Meanwhile, back at the sphinx moth, this is northern apple sphinx. Ooh, what was that? Same one just flew through again. This here is the Nigrophorus beetle. Doesn't have any orange marks, but it has a couple of pale yellowish marks at the ends of the elytra there. That one's called Nigrophorus surinamensis. I don't know how it got the name surinamensis, unless it occurs in Suriname, and maybe it was first described there. So northern apple sphinx feeds on, the caterpillars feed on apple, of course, but they feed on a variety of other things too, like blueberry and even spruce, spirea, which there's some flowering here right beside me. What kind of a beetle is that trying to get in there? I don't know if he's going to show us. I don't think they have much to show on the underwing. No, pretty plain underwing. Anyway. Northern apple sphinx. Ooh, there's that nice beetle that we saw last night that I still haven't identified. This here is a micro moth. And I still don't remember the name. It's yellow-shouldered something, like leaf roller. Could be that's the name, yellow-shouldered leaf roller. Plant bug of some kind, nice green and black plant bug. And this, well, that's another species of plant bug. Don't know that, don't recognize that species. Well, I don't know most bugs. They're not that difficult. I just haven't spent a lot of time with them. This is the pale glyph. Caddisfly. Be fairly large down here. It's a brother moth. Yeah, they do have nicely striped legs, Alyssa. And three-line balsa down here. This one's getting pretty worn. Most of the scales are missing from the thorax. I think this is lesser wainscot here. Pretty shiny. That's it, Ginger. Over here, this is something new for us. What is this? Don't know. Looks familiar. I think it might be some kind of a looper, but I'm not sure. Pretty distinctive looking. Although it is quite worn, I see there's a lot of scales missing from the thorax. There's a nicely patterned caddisfly down here, but a small one. There you go. There. Sorry for all the movement. Wish I could brace this thing better. Hey Fisher, how are you? There's a tiny beetle. I don't know if we can get focused on it or not. Yeah. No idea. Let's see. It's a I think it's a codling moth. Yeah. And here's a nice jumping spider up here. I love jumping spiders. Something biting me. Ouch. Sorry. I think that spider he's eating something. He's got a little tiny fly. Jumping spider's having lunch. Stop looking at me. There's a green lacewing over here. Somewhere. There. No. A nice on the left, lower left, is a green leafhopper. So actually the bog leafhopper. This is a nice plant bug, the green and black one that we saw earlier. And this here little fly, oh, he's gone. What is this? No idea. The spruce budworm. Walking through. How's our jumping spider doing? All right. This is in the family Crambidae, like C-R-A-N-B-I-D-A-E. But there are many species in that family, and most of them have nice long snouts, or palps, that stick out in front of the head, like on this one. Those are not antennae. Those brushy things sticking out in front are palps. You can see the antennae are just typical thread-like antenna. Take a peek over here on the shingles. We've got the Virginia tenuchid. Nice fresh Virginia tenuchid moth. Oh. Sorry. Sorry about that. I just my ring light fell off. Got it back on now. I just need to put some padding. It doesn't make too much noise. We're back in business. Shoulder dart. Missing part of its wings. Some kind of an angle moth. There's white striped white striped tooth carpet moth. And a pug moth. And a very large caddisfly. Some kind up here. Hard to see the antenna, but they're longer than the body. Sorry, the camera's not focusing so well tonight for some reason. I think we're back now. It was disconnected there for a few seconds. It's funny often when I, oh, who's this? A black zigzag. Black zigzag moth. Here's a small bird dropping moth. We've seen a few of. This is the one I think I've told you a few times. It's pretty rare in New Brunswick, and I think most of the records for New Brunswick are from my yard. For some reason, I have a pretty good population here. There's a tent caterpillar flying around and banging into everything. Let's see what we got here. A nice pug moth. Another pug moth. This is a green pug moth on the light here. Oh, we've got two species of longhorn beetles up here, side by side. This one, maybe it's male and female. This is, I think, the poplar longhorn beetle. We had seen alder longhorn beetle a few nights ago. I think this is poplar. And this other one over here is quite a bit larger. And it seems to have the same pattern on the elytra. So I don't know. No, they're different shapes. They're very different shapes. There's a good comparison right there. Wow. I'm not sure. I didn't realize there was such a size difference between sexes of any species. And the fact that they're so differently shaped, well, hang on there. I think they're telling us that they're the same species here right now. Wow. I guess we should give them some privacy. Interesting. Nice big fish fly here. Who's this over here? Oh. Who's this? Not sure. This one's kind of faded. Another different pug moth. I don't think we've seen one quite colored like this before. This is a small rivulet type of carpet moth. There are a lot of mosquitoes tonight. Leaf hopper. There's a powdered bigwing and a banded tussock moth tucked up under the light. And a brother moth going in circles. Another leaf hopper. Here's our green lacewing I was going to show you a few minutes ago. Hi, Christiana. Good morning to you. The lower two are plant bugs, two different species. The upper one is a ground beetle of some kind. Ooh, what is this? This is some kind of a sawfly. A nice orange thorax. Where'd he go? Under the light, I guess. So a little bit shy. Orange thorax. Very wrinkly wings. There's a plant bug there of some kind. I need to put some more duct tape on my light here. A little Caloptula moth, the ones that have long front legs. Gone. Crambid moth of some kind. Click beetle. This is a ground beetle. This is one with orange legs and greenish iridescence. There's our firefly that we saw last night. I did look this one up. It's in the genus Photinus. And it's kind of uncommon in New Brunswick. Photinus is Photinus. Photinus. And there's a clear-winged moth. A little orangey brush on the end of his abdomen. There's a Baltimore snout. Nice angle moth here. Guess this is a black zigzag. It's kind of unusual to see one with its wings open like that. And a pug moth. Virginia tenucid. And I tried to read up on those today, and I think both males and females have the feathery antenna in that species. Little micro moth of some kind. Here's a nice pattern up here. This is an aquatic moth. Caterpillars live in the water. This one's called the water lily borer. Water lily borer. And that's it. Meanwhile, clover hayworm. Probably an Asian lady beetle. Cestia C. nigrum. A caddisfly of some kind there. And down here we have a yellow-shouldered slug moth. yellow-shouldered slug moth. All right, we'll check over on this side again. Get a few moths out of my t-shirt, a few mosquitoes off my arms. It's our white, I can't remember if it's white banded or white striped toothed carpet. Brother moth. Looks like a May beetle of some kind up there. And this is called the pale, it's probably a new species for us. It's called the pale-backed midget. Let's give me a second here. Pale-backed midget. It's a beautiful caddisfly. Nicely marked wings. We've seen this one once or twice before. Nice plant bug. This here is going to be large underwing moth, large yellow underwing. Yeah, cow print. Large underwing. Sorry. All right, we're back. I don't know if I can convince him to show us his underwings, his bright orange, yellow underwings or not. We'll see. I don't think, no. Typically they just drop. Here's a big fish fly down here. And a black zigzag. Baltimore snout. kind of a nice micro moth. Here's our May beetle that we see most nights. Some green and purple iridescence on the elytra. Nice hooked claws. This is in the genus Zanclognatha, Z-A-N-C-L-O-G-N-A-T-H-A, Zanclognatha. And I'm not sure what species it is, but I don't think we've seen it before. That's it, Ginger. Of course, you know, here in Canada we say the last letter of the alphabet, Z. And in Britain too, I believe. Don't recognize this one right off. Small rivulet there. This one looks like some kind of a Quaker, not the Quaker we saw last night, but I'll have to look this one up. Oh, here's a nice green shield bug. Where'd it go? Oh, darn. Darn, it fell off or flew off. Nice big all green shield bug. Oh, it just came back briefly and looked like it flew to my iPad. Not sure where he is right now, but I don't think he's far. He sounded like he landed on me last time he flew. I'll keep an eye out for him. Three-line balsa. Overexposed. There's our midget again. The correct name for this just came to me. I called it pale-backed midget a few minutes ago, but it's pale-winged midget. Oh, here's our green shield bug. No, it's a green stink bug. Wow, beautiful. I don't see these very often. For some reason, we have all kinds of other stink bugs. The all green ones are kind of rare. Pale winged midget. Yep. And green stink bug. I think the stink bugs were so named because they do have a chemical defense they can give off. It's kind of a foul smelling gas. Yeah, we have a lot of stink bugs here, a lot of species. Most of them are brownish, like you say, Elisa. Nice striped antenna too. Or I should say banded antenna. That's a nice look. Little black dots around the edge of the, probably the edge of the abdomen. Who's this one? Oh, this is, hang on, this one's got an interesting name. Quite coming to me. I know part of its name is ugly. This is going to be funny. Ugly bird nest moth. Kind of a weird name. Ugly bird nest moth. They build sort of very peculiarly shaped tent-like structures for their larvae, and I guess that's where the ugly bird nest name came from. This is a new one too, lesser maple looper, I think it's called, lesser maple looper. We'll call it that till I get the correct name. It's a really common moth of late summer. It's a rove beetle. The short elytra. A good feature for rove beetles. There's a nice leaf hopper here. Green and rusty. Some rusty coloration in the wings. And that's a fly we saw last night. I don't know what family it's in. Click beetle on the bottom, going off to the right there. Very small click beetle. It's a black thorax and brownish elytra. Nice green, some species of leafhopper. Green lacewing is this must be the white spring moth. Getting a little late for anybody with the word spring in its name. But that's what it is. And meanwhile, a pug moth of some kind. These stink bugs make a really loud buzzing noise when they fly. Often you'll think it's a bumblebee or something coming in. I don't know why I'm getting so many mosquito bites tonight. There aren't that many mosquitoes on the sheet. I must have got 100 bites on just on my hands, I think. There's a clear-winged moth. This one's called maple callus borer. That's a common clear-winged moth that we see every night. Here's a nice Olathruti of some kind here. Probably a new species for us, but I don't know what it's called. It's a genus Olathrutis, O-L-E-U, O-L-E-U-T-H-R-E-U-T-E-S. Let's see you spell that one, Ginger. O-L-E. I can't remember now. It's all right. Oh my God, somebody got it. Ginger, you got it. Oh, that's it, you got it. That's amazing. I don't know how you do it. I'm glad I'm not typing. It's our large looper is back again tonight. Super spellers, I guess so. You ever been in a spelling bee? Either of you? I was pretty good in spelling bees when I was in school. If you've ever chatted with me at YouTube, you'll probably be laughing at that fact. Oh, somebody won a class spelling bee. Alyssa, wow. Way to go. Ginger, you too? That's something else we have in common. Dan, you lost on squirrel. Well, if it wasn't for autocorrect, I'd probably lose on that one every day as well. Here's a pink striped glyph. Haven't seen this one for a while. Pink barred, sorry. Pink barred glyph. So those diagonal bars on the wings are actually a pale pink color. Yeah, and we better keep digging into our ancestry to find the connection between all three of us here. Alyssa, you're cutting out? I wonder if others are as well. Usually I get an indication here if the signal is... Yeah, Kent, England, that's where my family is from, Ginger. I guess I must have told you that. Surely you didn't guess. Nice pug moth. Another one here. I did tell you, okay. These two pug moths have got to be different species. Just judging by their size difference, but can't jump to conclusions, as we recall from these two. Great blue heron calling. In case there's anyone here that came in late, there's our northern apple sphinx moth. That was our first moth of the night that we looked at. Black zigzag. Green pug. I think this is a Lycophodia moth. It's actually, it used to be the common name for it, Lycophodia, L-Y-C-O. Lycophotia, Lycophodia. What's that? That small one there. Ginger, that's a good question. Ginger just asked if white is better than, if gray is better than white, or vice versa. And I'm not convinced. We've been using gray for 2 or 3 nights now, and I'm not convinced that it's better. It doesn't seem to do well with pale moths, especially. What do you think? Anybody that's, well, I think probably just Ginger and Alyssa are there, but now Dan. Ginger, you think white is better? It's not a problem for me to switch. Actually, the white sheet is underneath the gray one. I'll just have to take the gray one off. Chloe, you're still there, and you prefer the white. Hey. I'm glad you asked, Ginger, because I wasn't really sure. I thought gray was going to be a lot better, but there's a lot of times when I think the camera has trouble focusing more with the gray sheet for some reason. I don't know why that is. Dan, you think the white is better? Oh, here's a nice caddisfly. This is a really different caddisfly. You'd never even imagine it was a caddisfly. Hopefully he'll stay there. It's got these, it's kind of like gold and silver, black spots on top near the end of the wings. Whoop. Didn't go too far. Right here. I think its common name is splendid caddisfly, or something superlative like that. It's got really, really long antennae. They're so thin that I don't even know if you can see them. They're about as long, if not longer than the body. Nice. I don't see this one very often. A couple of times a year. Nice. New caddisfly for us. Lots of these green and black plant bugs tonight. Here's our black dotted glyph. The green patch on his back. Oh, and there's a nice yellow-shouldered slug moth. Can't get the camera to focus on that. There. So the yellow-shouldered slug moth is named yellow-shouldered because the caterpillar has yellow shoulders. There's more typical coloration for a caddisfly. The one closest to us, and a sharp-angled carpet moth in the back. Well, it looks like somehow we filled in an hour. I'm surprised how few moths there are tonight, but seems like ideal conditions. And here's an unmarked dagger, one for tonight. An hour of learning. Yeah, well, I hope. It seems like some people are okay. I think we disconnected and we're back again. I was just trying to say some people are telling me that they're learning some moth names. So I think it's a good thing that we're saying them, bothering to identify them. And Ginger, thank you so much for that. And thank you everyone for watching tonight. Please hit the like button if you haven't already. And have a great night. We'll be doing another moth watch tomorrow night, unless we have those thunderstorms that are possible. Chloe and JB, my pleasure. And Alyssa, thanks ever so much for your help, for being here. Ginger, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. I didn't stream today. I took a day off from streaming. It was really hot, and allowed me to get a few things done. So, Christiana, you're still there. Thanks to Professor Stewart for the explanations. Christiana, you told me last night that you don't listen to the stream. You had your computer volume turned off. That's why you didn't understand when I asked you if you were getting up to milk the cows so early in the morning in Romania. Anyway, thanks for being here, and have a good rest of your day. Good night, Dan. Thanks so much for being here. Say good night to the girls. Bye-bye.